Well, g'day guys, it's Matt here. Welcome to the channel. I'm currently sitting in Tiny 3. If you followed the last vlog, it was a little bit too windy to spray. That's what I was meant to be doing here, but yeah, we've got a fair bit of work to do on Tiny 3. We've got all the mid-rollers, or a fair few of them that need to be replaced, so we're going to get into that. But first things first, got to start it up. So we got the trenching happening, so Phil's on the excavator here. Certainly looks a little overkill, but it's getting the job done. Let's not fall in the trench. Yeah, it's about 1 metre deep, which is about what we want. And doing it easily. So that trench is coming along. Now, with Tiny 3, we're probably going to have a few mid-rollers to replace because they're not just worn, they're actually worn on a bit of an angle, so they're throwing the track off and wearing on the side of the mid-roller. So we just have to investigate. We might have 4 or 6 or 8 to replace, I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to investigate. So here's all our spare mid-rollers. Most of them have got a good chunk of meat on them left, so they'll do quite a few hours for us. Yeah, we just got to pick which one we want to put where. So the double flange ones here, they usually go in the middle of the dozer, and the single flange ones that don't have that flange there, they go on the front and the back. So we'll just have to try and pick the best ones to go on the front, because the very front, the very rear are the ones that wear out the quickest. So you can see with this one here, you can see where it's been grinding on these and leaving all these marks. So definitely replacing this one. That's well and truly seen the most of its days. Got the most out of that. But yeah, we'll just have to see how we go as we're going along. Well, you might have noticed when we were just fiddling around with the dozer there trying to pull that mid-roller out, it's got a bit of a leak, so an internal leak in the ram on the front rams, so it just seeps down, which makes it difficult to do the mid-rollers and also makes it not quite as safe as we'd like it to be. So we're going to get another one of those cement blocks, stick it under the dozer, and then we're going to use these wooden chocks here and yeah, and actually lift the machine up, then chock it. That way it's not going to sink down on us, so we're not going to get anything pinched or anything like that. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a bit of fiddling around, but it's not good when it sinks down on you. trenching's going well. Phil's just going to jump in for us and show us how deep it is, aren't you? Go on, do it. There you go. So it's probably over a metre.
Yeah,
that'd be nearly 1.2 probably.
Yeah,
because Phil, you're about 2.1 metres tall, aren't you?
Yeah.
About 7 foot.
On a good day. You might have to stretch me out a bit.
No, we're just regular sized.
There it is.
Yeah, she's solid.
It's like that is just tight.
You can see her just scraping along, isn't it? She's not crumbling.
No.
Oh well.
It's a bit overkill with the 46 tonner, but it's doing it good.
We don't know anything about being overkill, do we? It's not what we're about.
As an ex-electrician, I know how good it is to get these clean, so you
not
don't
fiddling.
have a heap of digging to do. So pretty well a good straight.
Nice and straight, isn't it? Got that much to clean out, and Phil said that it blew a hose, so I think it's a slew hose. So she's got oil everywhere. So she hopped through, sprayed all the back. There's just a general smell of oil, but at least we can get to the hose, so that's the main thing. Righto, we got this side all done. We've just got to torque them down, but we'll do all them last. The wind has turned around to a southwesterly, which is freezing cold. So we're all a bit just trying to find a nice warm spot, but thankfully though, those trees are blocking a bit of the wind. Got the electricians here putting the new cables down. So there's a fair chunk of them in that conduit there, just to top off the afternoon. We've got rain arriving, so it's a bit chilly, but yeah, we're basically just got to go undo all of that on the other side there and drop those mid rollers out. I'm just going to try and keep warm. So if we haven't showed you the little thing we use. It works a lot better with a forklift rather than a tractor because you can actually see better with a forklift, but it's just a bit of pipe that flings over, goes over the end of the mid-roller and makes it that little bit easier to manoeuvre. Well, good morning guys, we're back here at the development block. It was a little bit fresh last night. We got about 1.5 mils of rain here, so it's not really much to affect anything at all, so I'm going to get going spraying, but we've just had to quickly finish off the mid-rollers on Tiny 3 here. So we've just quickly done that. You can see we've done a total of 7. The first 2 we did took like half a day because it was just fiddly and painful, but yeah, we've got the rest done. So there's 7 there, and I think just need to torque them all up with the power pack, and then that'll be done. And yeah, there's just, I keep saying it, but there's just a little bit more, but we do keep finding some little things that need to be done to it. Well guys, the other thing going on here is we've got all the plumbing happening for the little cabin here. So septic's gone in and just doing all that. So it should, yeah, should be up and running. We should have power here probably in a week's time, and also water should be fairly soon too, hopefully. So that'll all be good. We can actually use that. It's been a fair project, but the trenching's all done, I think. There's yeah, so the electrical was laid down, and then fill in a little bit, and then you put the pipe on top. You don't want the pipe and the electrical running right next to each other. So the electrical cables are down probably over 1 metre, and the pipes are only going to be down probably 700-800 mil, but it's looking good. Well, it's a lovely morning this morning. It's actually, the wind's died right off pretty well, and it's a little bit warmer, so that is good. But yeah, so today I've only got 2 loads of spray to do, so that's about 100 hectares, and then we'll be done for the spraying here at the development block. But I do have a bit of contract spraying to do with the rogator. So yeah, it's going to be fairly uneventful for the next few days. For some reason I left my brain at home and I thought I only had 400 hectares to spray, but it was actually close to 500, so I had to do a little bit more than I thought, but that's all right, we got it all done. You can see here we've got the trench. It's virtually filled in. Just, yeah, it's all been pushed in and then driven over a bit just to push the dirt in the hole in the trench a bit, but it'll just need tidying off. Shouldn't take long to tidy that off. But yeah, we've got down here, we've also got a few hoses going on. I think there's 3 hoses coming into this trench, because there's going to be a water tank here, a rainwater tank and a bore water tank. I think one of the hoses is going to be connected to the rainwater, and it'll goes through here across to the silos. That'll be rainwater, and then we've got the bore water supply pipe, which the bore water is going to come from over there, and yeah, come along here and then supply the cabin and the shed with bore water, or wherever we want the bore water. And then we've also got the rainwater, because the tanks for the rainwater are going to be next to the big shed when it goes up. There'll be a supply for the rainwater coming back down here to the tank. So that's the logistics of that. And yeah, we've also got down there, you might be able to just see the excavator. That's another trench going in from the house that's here. Just digging that trench all the way down basically to here, and it'll tee into that that bore. So we're going to have to, that's going to be the main bore supply, so it supplies the house and all the stuff here. So that's the story as I understand it, at least anyway. But yeah, I think just there's been a bit of other stuff going on too with the trash farmer. Getting a few of those things sorted, or trying to. And yeah, I think we're sort of getting into a bit better shape. We had sort of broken things everywhere for a bit, but now I've got a bit of a chance to fix some of that stuff. But anyway, we'll go have a look at the cabin, see what the plumber was there today, so we'll see what's been happening. Oh, hang on, I think we just caught Josiah on the shovel. Here he is. You got a big job ahead of you.
I know.
You're filling it by hand. 3 pipes.
I told him there was an easier way.
Why have we got 3 pipes?
Well, one supplies, we're going to have a T-joiner on that side, and then it'll supply water to the grain shed.
Ah, righto.
Yeah. And then one's rainwater and one's bore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that makes sense. So the tap's going to be at the back to be able to turn off water to the old shed there.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Oh, never hurts to have more pipes in the ground. So I've got a new split system that's already gone in, and the plumbing is all done. Oh, we've just got to hook up the hoses here to the copper lines here, but that all looks pretty tidy. Got the spot where we put the gas bottles for the hot water, and all the plumbing for the toilet is pretty well done. Just needs a bit of tidying up, but it's yeah, it's looking good. I think Brad's busted a hydraulic hose on the old New Holland, so yeah, we've got oil going everywhere these days. Not sure which one it was, must be around here somewhere. Oh yeah, just for that ram. So that's busted. I have to leave it there. Like I said, I'm going to be off spraying, doing contract spraying for a bit. I don't know when I'll be back here. So yeah, we'll leave the video here for the minute, but make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in the next one.